So hello everybody, how we all doing? It's been a while. It's been a while indeed. So I hope everything is fine. I hope you all are doing fine. Let me see. So hello everybody. If the stream is doing fine. We already got some people watching with us. Welcome. So let's begin with this stream. So I firstly want to say that with this conflict between Ukraine and Russia, I'm neutral. Um, War is a bad thing, of course, and it shouldn't be happening, but sadly it does. So, of course, something has happened. A ship has sunk, a Russian warship or a Russian cruiser. I hope I can pronounce the name correctly. Let me see. Let me see if I can pronounce it correctly. Moskva. The Russian cruiser Moskva has sunk. It has been a few weeks back now, or at least a few days, but she has been sunk on 14 April 2022. So it's of course sad. I mean, a ship being sunk. But if you have questions, of course, in the chat, please ask them. Ask away. So yeah, let's start let's start with a little bit of history. Now, the Moskva is a Russian cruiser. The ship was the lead ship of the project 1164 Antland class, named after the city of Moscow, the flagship of the Russian Black Fleet. So, the Russian Black Fleet. And she had a crew of 510, and she was considered the most powerful warship in the Black Sea region. Of course, now that is not more. So I can tell you, of course, the displacements of this of the ship, but I have a video that will be covering later or soon. So we already got one chat coming in. Let me see. I'm gonna put my phone here so I can see clearer. So our first chat of the evening. Thank you very much. Is this really also? Is this really also going to be a history of the Moskva, or just talking about it? This will also be, of course, in a history video. So that should make it a little bit more fun and interesting, because I don't want. This is like a kind of news stream, let's say that. So yes, there shall be a history video about this warship later on. But there is a video which can show you very nicely the characteristics of the ship. It's been made by this guy right here, or it's been broadcast by this man, or channel I should say, News China TV. So I'm gonna put my phone right there so I can still see how the chat is doing. So let's see, share the screen. And last time with the Kivaten stream, I realized that there was some problems with the audio. So let's check that right now. The audio is pretty much up. So this is the channel which actually showcases this little bit of history, New China TV. So let the copyright begin. She's a big lady indeed. So one thing I would be extremely scared of course, is if we go right over here and stop it right here. So these, of course, are weapons, and how it would be terrible if you would see like a warship coming with these weapons straight at you. That would be frightening. I would be so scared if I was on the enemy ship. Also, one thing quickly that I want to mention is, I don't know, but I've seen it with more Russian vessels. Why do they have the red star on many parts of their vessels? I don't know why. Maybe some of you guys know it in the chat. There are already 4 of you guys here. Thank you so much for joining after such long overdue stream. But if any of you guys know why these Russian vessels have these red little stars on their ships, I would love to know. And by the way, for all the guys, of course, who are now joining, if you have any questions about this topic, or if you have any questions in general, please ask away. I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys. So, yeah. So we can clearly see that this has been there's press on the ship. So maybe it is after they made the Moskva the flagship. Who knows? Right here we have a shot of the camera moving away. If you look at the ship, I mean, of course she's being used for war, and again, war is a bad thing. But if you look aside the weapons and wait, let me see something. Yes, there we go. If you keep aside the weapons, and if you would strip the whole weapon part of the ship, that doesn't even make it a warship anymore. But if you would do that, I mean, she has a nice sleek hull. So we have 5 people of you already here, which I'm extremely grateful for. I'm sure this is going to be a great night once again. So we have some chats coming. Where the chats? There we are. So hello, dear Nab. It's always nice to see you here. Thank you again for joining. So I've heard rumors that the ship might have had a nuclear warhead on it. I will come back to that a little. I will come back to that later. But very good of you that you point it out. But we shall come to that later. Mr. Southern Gamer says, Russian indeed. This was a Russian warship. And here, right here, we have the answer. The Red Star is the old emblem of the Soviet Navy. I thought so, but I was not sure. So thank you for clarifying that for me, my dear friend. So right here, kinda said how Russia isn't saying anything to the families that their sons were lost on their ship. That is sad indeed, but I saw some article that I will show you also later. But yes. sons, of course. So yes, so what is known at least is that there are two versions of what could have happened during that battle. Uh, Before the attack, she was being towed to safety to a harbor where she could, of course, dock. Now, um, some say that Ukrainian anti-missiles hit the ship that made a fire go, and that eventually sank the ship. But there's also a version saying that something inside exploded. So if we take this article right here, Russian warship Moskva has sunk. What do we know? So the Ukrainian forces claim to have taken out the Russia's Black Sea flagship Moskva with a missile strike. While Russian officials say a fire on board had caused ammunition to start exploding, here is what we know. So, the pride of Russia's navy, missile cruiser Moskva, has sunk while being towed in port. Russian officials confirmed. The loss of the cruiser, named after the Russian capital, is a significant blow to the Russian naval's prestige. I'm going to show you the article right here. 1 second, excuse me. I'm sorry. If you see me doing that many times, I have allergies, so my nose is a little bit clouded. But where were we? So it's a capital blow to the Russian, or this is a blow to the Russian capital, to of course the Russian naval. Of course, it's a flagship. So if you guys do remember, this makes me think of something else. This makes me think of the battle between the Bismarck and HMS Hood. When the Bismarck actually sunk the HMS Hood, there was also, of course, a huge morale blow to the United Kingdom, because they were also very fond of their beloved Hood, and when she sank. So I hope, by the way, that all is clear. I hope that you can hear me fine. I hope that the stream is going well for you guys and not blocking in any way. If I'm looking to my left, which is for you guys my right, it's because I'm looking on my telephone to see how the stream is going. So if we're going to go back to the article, blah blah blah. So, like here it again says, by Ukraine and Russia, they have offered different accounts on what happened with the Russian warship. Now, let's begin. What does Ukraine say happened to Moskva? According to Ukrainian officials, its military targeted Moscow with a Turkish-made Bayraktar drones. I'm sorry if I am destroying the pronunciation. To take out the ship's radar system, and it followed up with a missile strike. The ship was allegedly hit with 2 Neptune Crystal missiles. The missiles were developed by Ukrainians and entered service in August 22. This talks a little bit about the missiles. Destroying Moscow with a missile strike is a major psycho boost for the Ukrainians, as the ship was previously involved in a standoff with the Ukrainian soldiers on Snake Island, which became the symbol of Ukraine's defiance in the opening days of the war. So if we actually know more on how she actually sank, and if there's actually one statement on how she sank, and if it's true that the Ukrainians actually sank her, which if I was looking at the articles, it might be true that actually the Ukrainians sank her. There would have been revenge after the standoff with the Ukrainian soldiers on Snake Island. Now, how has Russia responded? Russia's defense ministry spoke of a fire which detonated ammunition aboard the Soviet-era vessel. The cause of the fire, according to the ministry, is still being investigated. They did not mention a Ukrainian attack. The ship has suffered serious damage, they said in a statement, adding that the ship's 500-plus crew has fully been evacuated. The Russian officials said that the fire on board has been localized and the ammunition was no longer exploding. They also said the Navy would tow the flagship vessel into port. So I need to port. Vladimir Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the Russian president had been informed about the incident. So Washington even also has a take, and they side with the Ukrainian missile strike. So I don't know. What do you guys believe? Do you actually guys believe that there was a fire on board, or do you actually think that it was the Ukrainians? So the Kremlin also seems to be avoiding the questions by the press about the Moskva. Very interesting. Why would they do that? Don't know. But I will also come back to another incident that happened during the Soviet Union's time, which you all might know. There actually has been a movie made of it, but if the Kremlin also doesn't respond to the questions asked by the press about the Moskva, it gives me, let's say, it makes me remember of the other situation. I'm sorry. As you all know, my English is shit. I've heard of this hood and the KMS Bismarck. Indeed, you should have. It was one of the most important battles during the World War II. Or most memorable, I can say. So Knap says, I personally think that Ukraine did sink her because the Russians said they will pay for the Moskva. Okay, interesting. So on my screen, by the way, on my screen it keeps a little bit lagging. I don't know if it's actually for you guys in the stream as well too. Otherwise, I'm very sorry. But at the same time, they denied that Ukraine attacked the ship. I believe bloody Ukraine did. Maybe. I mean, all the articles show very much that it has been Ukraine. When Russia says that something did not happen, then it happened. Very interesting. So there has been some pictures about the sinking of the Moskva. I keep pronouncing it badly. Let's see. So this is some footage of the Guardian. Oh yes, this is some footage of the Guardian right after the Moskva attack and alleged sinking. So luckily it has no sound. So wait, what did it say? It's going so fast. New images have emerged that appear to show the damaged Russian cruiser Moskva. So here it is. Here is the vessel. Look at the damage done. Look at the damage done. So you have one hole here, one hole here, one hole here, even more I'm sure here. And it looks like there's a gaping wound right here. Maybe that is the finishing blow. Maybe that's the finishing blow. And of course you can see some fires right here. Very sad to see, right? To see a ship like this sink. A 3-second video filmed blah blah blah. So right here, I was being silent. After the recording, somebody yells, "What the are you doing?" Could they be that they really wanted to hide this disaster so badly? So it has not been verified, but it looks consistent with the Moskva indeed. So that is very sad. So we have some new comments right here once again. Let's see. I got a good Scottish accent. Thank you very much, lad. I do my best. Them underwater Ukrainian tractors will soon steal the Moskva. The damage is also really bad. The explosion is also bad, of course. It's all very bad. It's all very bad. So of course, the other thing is that war is bad. Not just the warship sinking, but war is very bad. If you remember earlier in the stream, so my good friend Knap said that if I can search back the super chat here, right here, kind of said that Russia isn't saying anything about families to their sons lost on their ship. Oh, my allergies are killing me. Excuse me once again. Allergies. Terrible. So I have a article right here. Let me find it. Right here. So Moskva crewman's mother says dozen died when the flagship sank. But the Russians say that the ship was fully evacuated. So the mother of a sailor who survived the sinking of the Moskva last week has contradicted claims by the Kremlin that the 500 crew members were safely evacuated, saying that dozens died or suffered horrific injuries. And if we again can see the damage right here, it would be very easy to think so. Oh, my injuries. Oh, allergies. So, images and short video have been posted online that appears to support her account. They show Russians flagship, a guided missile cruiser engulfed in flames and listening to board shortly before it sank. So the rescue crews are missing, suggesting that they were deployed during an attempt to evacuate the crew from the burning warship. One boat here and more boats right there. So 5 people in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We've joined now. If you have any questions, please ask them. I love interacting with the community. So it's very sad. I don't know how many times I've said it, but it is very sad. So also what's very interesting, if it was a missile right here, why didn't Russia detect it? The Neptune system is designed to be deployed from coastal areas, which in this case would mean it was being operated close to an area of intense Russian military activity. If the damage was caused by a Neptune missile, the Russians appear not to have been aware of this until it's too late. During the Falklands War, in 1982, the British lost 6 ships on the line to navies around the world. The vulnerability of ships to missile attack. So modern naval forces would also be expected to be equipped with some kind of radar warning receiver system to alert it to the presence of enemy radar systems, although both are far from foolproof. One claim is that the missile or missiles were fired from a hidden battery close to Odessa, while the Moskva's crew was distracted by 2 Turkish-supplied drones operating nearby. So that is very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. So here it says, how big is the loss of the Moskva? So the big question, however, is whenever it could affect any future Russian move to land amphibious forces, perhaps as part of an assault on Odessa. And here we have again the ship right here. And what I said earlier, right? Again, the little Soviet star right there. I don't know why they still implant that on their ships. I really won't. Oh. We need to go to here. There we go. There we go. 6 people view here. Welcome. So Knap says living next to area is a pain in the ass. I can confirm with personal experience. Actually, they recently held a public event with the survivors and there were only 100 of them there. So what happens to the other then? Because there's 500. Where were the rest? Indeed, where are the other 400? From Ukrainian sources, they said they use drones to distract them. Very interesting. So, 7 of you guys here. It's been a while since I've had so many people get in the stream. So again, thank you for joining, guys. If you have any questions, please ask them away. If it's about the Moskva sinking or some other questions. So, for the guys who have joined recently, we are talking about the Moskva sinking. I am not a journalist or anything. I just give my opinion on the articles I've read. So that is the topic of this stream. So, like I said earlier, do you know, guys, what this makes me think of? Let me find it right here. I should have prepared this even, but who knows? I'm sure you guys all know this. Right. So unprofessional even this to even, but it was coming in my head, so yeah, this picture will do. The disaster makes me think about the Kursk for 2 reasons. They say that perhaps ammunition exploded inside. So, of course, the Kursk was a very much different disaster, but it still was something that exploded inside. And nuclear missiles, of course, but it also exploded in the Kursk itself. So they say if the Moskva was exploded from the inside, how could it have happened? Because I think clearly with a disaster like the Kursk right here, they should have made preparations for that never to happen again. For that nothing to happen again. And also one other thing, my friends, is that during the Kursk sinking, of course, there were massive casualties. Nobody survived it. But also with the Kremlin, they were very reluctant to give any information about how the Kursk was doing while she was on the sea bottom. Of course, you can see that in the movie Kursk yourself. It very clearly shows how the Kremlin was handling the situation and how the Kremlin is now handling the situation with not giving us any more information regarding the Moskva. So, don't you guys think? It's very interesting that this happens again regarding the Kremlin. So, a chucky sump. The Kursk was certainly a chuggy sump. So, I think at first they said that everybody was saved at first. They did, regarding the Kursk sinking, and they are allegedly doing that right now with the Moskva sinking. Also, something very interesting of the Moskva sinking is that she is, where could I find it? I had it right here. I can't find it right now, but it was this ship is actually one of the largest ships sank after the battleship that was sunk during the Falklands War. Just look. Again, it's used for war, but if it was not, it's not an ugly looking vessel. It's not. And just imagine like these tubes coming right for you, right here. And helicopter pad. She was a nice looking vessel. Used for the wrong reasons. But still. So what I personally hope, of course, is that there will maybe come new information about the sinking of the Moskva regarding her sinking. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Right here, yes, the General Belgrano. That was also a major ship that was sunk during the Falklands War. 7 people of you guys here. Welcome again for joining. So what I hope happens is that, of course, again, that there will be more information about the sinking, and that we actually will get a full statement of how she actually sank after maybe divers got to the wreck. And also if there were actually casualties. Because like with the mother of a sailor who survived, she won't say that out of nowhere. I don't believe that she would lie about something like that. Octaranian, Octoboy 2018. Hello, my dear friend. Nice to see you in the chat. Nice to see you in the stream. I always enjoy your comments, so thank you very much. So that was something I wanted to. That is actually anything I wanted to cover about the Moskva. Because I'm planning to make a video of the Moskva covering her whole history, so then you will get a more interesting history, or you will know more about the ship. So that's that. Also, one thing I quickly wanted to mention, my friends, is that I quickly wanted to thank all of you who have recently been seeing my videos and leaving comments underneath my videos. That means so much to me. I actually even got a comment right here. I won't show you the comment because I want it to remain anonymous. But there was a comment which meant very much to me. Where was it? Now I need to find it again. Anyway, it said that with my channel, of course, what you get with my YouTube channel is that you get sometimes lesser known ships and more famously known ships. And there is a reason, of course, why I wanted to make videos like this, is to showcase the lesser known ships and give them, of course, a little bit of light. And recently with the USS Solens video, there has been so much nice comments of all of you guys who have watched that. It really means a lot to me that so many of you guys actually watch my content and leave these nice comments, because it really means a lot, and I wanted to use this moment to tell you guys that, because I love you guys. I actually really love you. So we have Knaap again with another comment. So Russia is now using propaganda to create a split between ethnic Russians abroad in Europe. Yes. Of course they would try it to create a divide. I actually wonder why they would do that though. Why create a divide if you have nothing to hide? Of course it's war, but It is a war. Where's the button? There we go. So one thing, by the way, I also wanted to show you guys is that can I show it now? Yeah, I can show it now. I will show you now because I intend to do stream more again, and the reason why I stopped streaming for such a long time was because I couldn't find a good subject to talk about, and now there is. So if you guys all know Swanky Historic Shipbuilding, a dear friend of mine who makes actually my thumbnails, because I myself suck at making thumbnails. I am learning, but I'm not as good as he is. He of course has a historic shipbuilding channel, talking of course also about ships, and I will show you a stream that we two are planning to do. So right here on the rated ocean liners with historic shipbuilding, Swanky is his name, and he actually again makes my thumbnails. So I hope you enjoy this stream right here on the rated ocean liners with historic shipbuilding. So that will be something in the future. Also, how long are we even going with the stream right now? Half an hour. This stream is going half an hour, guys. Still 7 people of you here. Thank you very much for joining. It really means a lot to me. So if I look right here, so there's been a new article. So I'm reading this because this is recently shown. So this is quite interesting. So Moskva had been battling a fire aboard as recently as this afternoon. The defense official said, adding that the fire was extensive. The defense official could not say at the time how much damage Moskva sustained from the fire. We just don't know what the extent of the damage is, the defense official said. It does appear as if this is a significant fire they're battling. But what's underneath that fire or how much hull damage there is, we just don't know. And there again, it talks a little bit about the sinking and the ship herself. But then again, right, that leaves me the question, if there was a fire on board, which could have maybe, let's say, weakened her hull, a warship like that should have had anti-fire stations, right? That shouldn't have happened, or that shouldn't have then be able to give so much damage. So Knap said, when will you stream it? We don't have a date yet, because my friend Swanky is coming on vacation, or he's going on vacation. I am going for a few days on vacation, so we don't have a date yet, but when the stream date will be clear, then I will let you all know. And will it be on his channel or both? That I also don't know. I think it will be maybe on my channel, but it can also be on his channel or both, like you said. I wouldn't mind. At least I hope just that we will have a nice stream together, because it's nice to have a co-host, I think. Because as you can see, I'm struggling sometimes to find the correct words. And then of course, when you have a co-host, it's very nice to have right beside you. So also one thing I wanted to show about the Moskva is she was a Soviet cruiser. But can we just compare for one small second that let's find a good picture of the ship. No. That's so annoying. If you want a good picture of the ship, there we go. Yes, okay. So let's say British cruiser World War II. Of course, there are a few years. There's of course a few years between these two eras. But if we look at this picture, yes, look. So this is just a random World War II cruiser. Just look, of course, look at the change that has become. So of course you have some guns on board, but this again, of course, two completely different timelines. But you can just see the development of ships that have been coming. So I'm now just rambling about other things. So guys, if you have any questions, now would be the time to ask them, because I don't have anything more to say about the Moskva. I think we covered it a little bit. I'm kind of shocked the fire spread so fast on the Moskva. Me too. Me too. Maybe there was something else wrong. Who knows? Maybe we will discover that in a wreck dive. Because if we think back, you can look at the Russian aircraft carrier Admiral Zhitenkov. I hope I said that correctly. So that has been literally a burning hole for years. That's what I mean. So maybe there is something else that we don't know. And again, maybe that will be shown in a wreck dive. But like I say again, my friends, I have nothing else to say about the Moskva. Maybe or hopefully with a future wreck dive we will know more about this sadly disaster. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm neutral during this war. I don't stand with Ukraine, I don't stand with Russia, I am neutral. War is bad and that is my stance. So if you have any questions, now would be time to ask them. Like I said earlier, I will be on vacation and I will be gone for the rest of this week, so there shall be no videos for the rest of this week. So next week there shall be videos, and I don't know exactly when I will post a video again after my vacation, but we shall see. Or I hope you will enjoy the older content that I have. A little bit self-promoting. I've made or released this video right here today, the disappearance of the SS Kombana, a mystery ship that has allegedly been lost in a heavy storm and was never seen again. So what we will do with our vacation, or what I will do with my vacation, I will go with some friends. I will go on vacation with some friends, and we shall go to the SS Rotterdam in the Netherlands. I will make some pictures, of course, and I will show them on my Instagram, all shipping lines, and maybe even do a little bit of an Instagram stream on the decks. Who knows? So I don't know what you mean with this, Knap. Wanna scream? I don't know what you mean with that. Octarian Octoboy 2018 says, "Hey, when is the next What Ifs?" I don't have a date for it yet, but I'm thinking of making a new What If in the near future. So we shall see. The History Squad made a video about the Titanic and he was splitting some conspiracy theories. The History Squad Titanic. I haven't heard of this History Squad. The History Squad Titanic. When did this video release? Oh, here we go. 9 days ago. The History Squad. Oh yeah, I see it right here. You were crying, you said? Was it so bad? I will see it. I will watch it after this stream. Thank you for letting me know. But like I said, I will post some pictures of the Rotterdam on my Instagram channel during the vacation. And after that, I will maybe do a stream showcasing some of the pictures. Louis, good evening. Good evening. Welcome. I was ready to die while I was watching it. I'm sorry if it was so bad. Good evening, Louis. This is Louis Debson. I don't give him as much credit as I would like, but this man right here, Louis Debson, he makes my thumbnails. So, welcome, Louis. I told them that we were going to do a stream together, talking about the lesser known historical vessels. But I'm really looking forward to that stream, which we will do together. Another chat is coming in. What do you think would have happened if Olympic was sailing with Titanic during her maiden? I don't think that would have happened. Why would it? I mean, why would it? I don't think that, or at least to my knowledge, I don't think that some vessels had maiden voyages together. So I don't know if that would happen. So somebody says new record, 9 people. Now we've come back to 8 again, Knap. We've gone back to 8 again. So yes, Louis, we know all your. I didn't tell them all your secret, Louis. Don't. He said, "Oh, don't listen to his lies, Louis." No, it's not true. It's not true. But I did tell them that we will do a stream soon, my friends. So I'm looking very much forward to when we will do that. So my friends, I hope you will enjoy the rest of this week. Would she? The Titanic would have actually met Olympic on the 15th of April. Yes. Indeed, indeed. But how long is the stream going? 84 minutes. Also, what I forgot to say is that I intend to do a new kind of series. Now that you make me think of it, whilst we are chatting right now, I want to make a series talking about hospital ships. Hospital ships of all kinds of eras. The first, the second, and maybe the only hospital ship that we all now know. Because I think hospital ships in general, they don't have much light on them. So I will also make a series about that. Ken Marshall did a painting, Titanic and Olympic together. Ken Marshall, Titanic and Olympic together. Olympic, Titanic together. Painting. Ken Marshall. He made some amazing paintings, didn't he? Oh yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Here it is. This painting right here. Also, one quick thing, and this will be the last thing because then I need to prepare for my vacation. Um, let's see. And then I really need to go to prepare for me vacation. Then I need to go. Then I need to go. So if you guys like reading books, one new book that has recently come out, which I think is an amazing book. It's not the largest one, but it's also not the smallest one. It has some amazing things inside. Is this book right here. Recreating Titanic and Her Sisters, A Visual History. That is a book a must buy. It talks about the basic history of the ship, but also other small things that are very interesting to read. As well as some amazing pictures and paintings of people we might all know from our Instagram social life, my friends. So I will read the last super chats and then I really need to go. I'm sorry. I've been loving this stream so far. Still 7 people, so thank you so much for joining. So what he means about the Titanic meeting Olympic on 15 April, does it mean if she ever sank that they would then they passed each other? I don't know what you mean with that. But maybe I'm reading it wrong. Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm reading it wrong. Does it mean that if she never sank, she would then we have passed each other? Yes. Yes, they have would. Sorry, Octarian, I was reading your super chat wrongly. But the last super chat and then I don't need to. Me too. I like that book. Can't get to it. Can't get it and read it. Maybe tell it to everyone. I will maybe do a book review on this book because it actually is a very nice one to read. So, guys, I'm gonna prepare for my vacation. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream about the Moskva, and we dissected a little bit of the warship. But again, war's bad. It should never happen, and it's sad. So keep an eye out on my Instagram channel where I will post some of the pictures of the Rotterdam, and I wish you all a good night or an eve or a day wherever you are, and see you all guys till the next stream, and thank you so much for you all who joined. So yes, my friends, thank you very much for watching. See you on the next stream, and have a good night or day. Goodbye.